you're on the Magento platform. You're stuck. And I know how you feel. You either have an agency that you're working with that keeps charging you for custom development on Magento, or you have an internal team that's costing you a lot of money. Well, the reason that you're watching this video is because you're looking for options. You're like, well, I'm tired of this. I want a scalable platform that I can grow in possibly both B2C and B2B. And I want to get rid of all this pain and all of these associated costs that I don't really have to spend. That's where I can help you. My company, Optimum 7, we've been doing migrations from Magento to BigCommerce for the past 10 years, and we understand both platforms in a very, very detailed manner. So what we do is we can migrate your products, your customers, your product options, your custom functionality, the different pages you have, your integrations, your backend workflows, tiered pricing structures, your payment terms, your payment models, your tokenized credit cards, I mean, name it, we've done it. And the reason that we've done it is because we've been in this game for the past 20 years. You're probably scared to migrate out of Magento, and I understand. But you also know that you have to do it. You have to pull the plug because you are competing against giants that are on much better platforms like BigCommerce, Shopify Plus, etc., etc. And you don't have access to the technology, the robust API, and the app infrastructures. I promise that I can build a custom migration plan for you that is going to work, that is going to allow you to scale, migrate all of your information, rebuild the functionalities that you have, also make sure that you at least increase your conversion rate by 30–40%. Not to mention maybe double your engagement rates on your website. Why? Because we've done this hundreds of times and we understand the e-commerce business with the different platforms and with the different tech infrastructure.
This documentation shows migration from BigCommerce to Shopify, but it's essentially the same documentation that we've created for all the different platforms. The steps might change, the details might change, the API might change, but the process remains the same. So if you look at the BigCommerce to Shopify process here, as you can see, we have database commands, we have migration commands, and we have the entire URL structures and everything because different platforms have different URL structures and the different special characters, limitations. There are so many exceptions, right? Not only that, if you look at our GitHub account, on GitHub, we have done these migrations before. So we have full code on how we validate the products, the customers, the orders, how we tie them together, how we process HTML if you have HTML on your product pages on BigCommerce that need to move over to Shopify. Now, BigCommerce and Shopify manage options and variables differently, right? There is actually some sort of limitation on Shopify with your options, where you cannot have unlimited options. So we validate all of this information through our code because we've done this thousands of times. And if you look at this, you'll see all kinds of migration processes here, and every single piece of code basically makes sure that we validate this information through the API. This is not an export-import of a CSV file. You cannot do migration for a website that does millions of dollars annually through an automated software. The software is not going to validate any of this. Now, if you want to look at the documentation, there's a more detailed documentation that we have here. It has all these types of manual links. It has the different exceptions based on, what you can do on BigCommerce, but what you cannot do on Shopify, vice versa. Again, character limitations, the special characters, the errors that you might have. And we do all of this through our process here. As you can see, this is a very, very detailed execution. Why do we do it this way? Because it's very important that you don't lose organic ranks and you don't get 404s, because your traffic is going to drop, your sales are going to drop. It's very painful. We have a lot of prospects that used automated software and the migration did not go well and they didn't work with an expert, and they come back and they're like, well, we lost 50% of our traffic, we lost 60% of our sales. So you don't want that to happen to you.
You gotta migrate out of Magento sooner or later, and you have to move to a more robust platform because it's limiting your growth capabilities. It's limiting your scalability. It's limiting how you are able to compete. It's limiting your edge. And in business, we all know that your edge is what's essential to win. If you have any questions, reach out. But if you want to see how we manage a migration process from Magento to BigCommerce, watch the rest of this video. Go to optimum7.com and select e-commerce migration from the drop-down menu. Then choose the platform you are currently on and the platform you want to migrate to. In this case, it is Magento to BigCommerce. Next, go to the Magento to BigCommerce migration section, click Request a Quote, fill out your name, email address, and website URL. Then click the Let's Do This button. It is that easy. If you're still wondering how we move businesses that do millions of dollars from Magento to BigCommerce, let me walk you through this video. At Optimum 7, we have handled thousands of platform migrations in the past 15 years, without losing rankings, without losing revenue, and without losing customers. Here is how we do it. We pre-map your SEO infrastructure and keyword universe. We have to simply make sure we know where you make money. If we don't know where you make money, which are the most important product pages, category pages, content pages, blog pages, conversion pages, contact us pages, quote pages, we can't do this migration. So if your agency is not asking you these questions, run. We work with a test sandbox server, and everything that we work on that test server, and we send it to you for reviews and approvals, and everything is ready to go. We basically switch your name servers or your DNS settings, and the new website is up. Again, without losing customers, without losing orders. And then this part is very important. We do post-migration audits. Our QA engineers review everything, and we make sure that everything is operating in the right manner. You're not getting any 404s. You don't have a decrease in conversions. All of your pages are indexed. All of your rankings remain. The performance, the speed, the compliance issues are all there. This has to be done. A lot of agencies do not do this. They just launch the site and they disappear. Our job is done. That won't work. This is why you can't do this with a freelancer. Contact us or comment below, and we'll be happy to guide you in the right direction.